It was amazing. I did audition for it. We had chemistry reads to find my husband on there. I showed up on set. Everything was vintage, down to the underwear, guys. The underwear was
Oh.
vintage underwear.
So welcome to the Heroes Podcast on air, which, don't you love the prop? And I think we all do. So at any rate, thank you. I'm the creator of the Heroes. After practicing neurology for 38 years in Fort Worth, and in retirement, I was drawn to write some stories about heroic acts of people in the country that obviously was God inspired. So it was God working through people that He picked rather than picking the most qualified. So but I really wanted to make a movie out of this, so I converted the first part of the book to a script. Did a screenplay that was nominated for Best Feature Screenplay in 7 different film festivals across the country, which I was very pleased about. Only one of them was Christian, the other were secular. And that also excited me because I'm trying to reach the unchurched, those who have been hurt by the church, as well as practicing Christian. So I was then told that in order to get interest in the film from investors and also from a potential audience, I should make a proof of concept video, which is a short video which lays out the plot rather simply and introduces the characters. So we did that in the spring, and that actually won best short film in the LA International Cinema Awards this last fall. So armed with all that good news, I headed off to the American Film Fest and landed a distribution deal from Film Hub, which is fabulous for our whole project. And I'm in the process of reaching out to investors, and hopefully we'll be able to bring this to you next fall in 2026. We're going to film it, we hope, in the summer. At any rate, with all that in mind, I'm going to introduce now the spark plug, the man behind the man who makes things move, the busiest man in podcast, the business. It's, what's your name? Bryan Fernandez. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Thank you, Tom, so much. Well,
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're back. We're excited to be here, and we have some phenomenal guests joining us in our next segment of the Heroes Live On Air podcast. We have my on-screen father, Pete Pena, who plays Danny. And we also have the phenomenal Layne Busse, who plays Stephanie in this amazing film. And so, yeah, whoever wants to go first and dive in on who these characters are and how they connect to the story of the heroes.
Say ladies first.
Oh, goodness. So I play Stephanie. She is uptight and she likes control.
Yep.
And she doesn't trust people very easily, and she doesn't trust God. And so I feel like this whole journey for her is a real struggle for her.
Yeah.
In finding herself, in trusting in the people around her.
Yeah.
But she definitely believes in truth and believes in justice, and will fight for that. She's a fighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And some of the reels that you've been throwing on Instagram lately are insanely good. I mean, just you take these different characters and you just have your way with them. I mean, it's just wonderful to watch.
It's fun.
You are a true actor.
Oh, well,
wonderful.
thank you.
So, Pete,
Yes, sir.
so tell me about, so you've got some stuff coming out. So you have a movie called Dark Distortion.
Yes, sir.
It's coming out in a few days, March 3rd.
March 3rd.
It's going to be on Apple Plus, Prime Video, and Tubi.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, it's a movie written by and directed by Joseph Herrera. He's young talent, young director. His visions are they're pretty out there. Let's just say,
Yeah.
It's a thriller. The movie's a thriller. My character, Well, let's just say it's not very Christ-like.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the film, this is the first actual film that I've actually kind of went above my or out of my comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah.
But I got my wife's approval.
Always the most important thing.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you don't want the wife angry at you.
No. No, you don't.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great movie. It's I mean, very suspenseful, and it takes a journey, a whole different journey that you wouldn't expect. You know,
I
It's
know you
kinda-
can't tell us a lot
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
but,
exactly.
but
Just watch it March 3rd.
yeah, March
and
3rd.
It's going to be coming out. So yeah,
But you've had other projects like the Passages of Nexus
right.
and Night Deals. So tell us a bit about those.
Well, Passage of Nexus, just a coincidence that was one of the first films I've actually, well, not one of the first films. It's another continuation of me playing a police officer.
Yeah.
And I'm investigating, helping the detectives locate a killer. And it's a short role. I was on the first scene, on the first movie. They got 2 parts of the film coming out. That we're working on part 2 right now. So I play a police officer in the first part, and then the detectives, unfortunately, they meet their demise on the end of that first scenes, and so I get promoted to detective.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
now part 2, I'm a detective looking for the killer, and I do a lot of interacting with the killer. so
Hopefully
it's-
more successful than those other
Yeah, I hope so
detectives.
too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But Night Deals is another project that I played a entertainment executive for a TV broadcast station, and
Oh.
I'm looking for talent to bring to our shows.
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, it's pretty interesting. I mean, the array of different characters is pretty unique in filming. You know,
Did you
you
have
get to go out and-
anybody in mind for the TV executive? I mean, was there some person that you liked or didn't like?
Not
Did you have
really.
mind?
I mean, it's basically just trying to find, because I really don't know that many executives on.
Yeah, oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I know directors, but
Yeah.
but not the main bosses and all
Yeah.
that. But, yeah. So it's,
Oh, boy.
it's a lot of fun. Being able to
Yeah.
go out and portray different characters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Brian, you've got some questions there.
Yes, I do. Actually, I want to start off with Layne. So, I mean, first and foremost, like I could just tell when we were on set how much of a hard worker you are. And I think one of the guests, I'm not sure who it was also talking about that working with Layne on set for the Heroes was like, I'm not sure who it was, but they were saying that like you introduced yourself to them and like you immediately just started working on the scene and trying to build chemistry with all the other actors on set.
Mhm.
And I think that's very,
Yeah.
very awesome. And I remember because we were right next to each other in the big ensemble scene, and one of the memorable moments I had on set was like they were getting the cameras ready to shoot. It was getting close to like the end, close to the wrap time,
Yeah.
and we were all kind of already tired. But I remember like Layne like disappeared for like 2 seconds, and then she came back and she was like, I just chugged a Red Bull. I'm ready. And I just like, she's my spirit animal. And I still remember that today. She just killed the scene. And it was very much like Stephanie's character Locked In. But it's so funny that specific moment was what I remembered.
That's
Yeah.
So I just had to shout you out on that.
Oh,
Like, you're
thank you.
so talented and you're such a cool person. But my question also is, you recently did a project called Dinner with the Joneses.
Right.
Yeah.
I love a vintage project.
Me too.
My sister and I are a big fan of WandaVision. I'm not sure if you watched that.
I love
show.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, oh man, my dream is to do a project like that one day, like 50s, or I'm not sure what era. Is it in the 50s?
It's 51.
50s?
Yeah,
Oh,
51.
really?
Like,
Good job.
Wow.
go ahead and just talk to us a little bit about that project because
Yeah.
the stills, everything looks so beautiful, and you actually talked a little bit about your process with that character.
Yes. And you can find it on YouTube now.
Oh,
Yes. Dinner with the Joneses.
Excited.
It was amazing. I did audition for it. We had chemistry reads to find my husband on there. I showed up on set. Everything was vintage, down to the underwear, guys. The underwear was
Oh.
vintage underwear.
No kidding.
The the house that they rented is a vintage. It's restored. It's used for special purposes.
Mm.
Everything inside there is 1950s.
Where was it? Where was it shot?
It was shot in Austin.
Oh, in Austin. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And
I
the
had
house.
like the hair and makeup. We had someone who specializes in that hair and makeup. I
Uh-huh.
mean, and honestly, I don't. Feeding off of that, it made it so much easier to drop into character
Yeah.
and to fall in love even more with that character, with Mrs. Jones. It was. I love period pieces too, and this I don't want to spoil anything for those who haven't seen it. It's got a great ending, and it's a
I'll
short.
see it.
It
I'm
won't
so
take
excited.
long. I think it's
It's a
like
short.
7 minutes long.
Oh, really?
It's worth the watch.
Okay. Okay.
They had someone score it. I mean, it's everything is done beautifully, and it was a first time director, female writer. It, I couldn't have worked with a more awesome team. And I a shout out to female directors and female writers. They understand women so well.
Yeah.
So I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that opportunity. It was
Speaking of
amazing.
that, I think you told me next year you're going to be a script consultant on a project.
Yeah, be a script supervisor. There's a feature that's going to be filmed next year called Texas Sin by Terry Weaver. He actually wrote The Beast of Trinity, Texas, and directed and produced and starred in it. And so shout out to Terry. I'm looking forward to that. And I've been studying to be a script supervisor, working alongside a director and helping out the editor with making sure that all the scenes line up. The camera work is continuity and camera work and tone and all of that. It's really an interesting an art, I think. Script supervising.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, and I think they get a lot of slack on set from what I hear. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I have a couple of shorts that I get to work on coming up as a script supervisor to
So
get my
you'll
feet
be
wet.
working with the author, that screenplay, the screenplay.
Yes.
Is there just one, or
No, he's the only one.
he's the only one that you're going to be working?
Yeah, and he's directing and he's a producer.
He's
yeah.
directing it too, so
Yeah.
you're going to be telling him to cut certain scenes, and he's going to say, "What the hell?"
Ooh.
No, no,
No,
kidding.
I'm just gonna gently walk up and remind him, hey,
Yeah.
when we went through this script, you asked for this tone. Just wanted to remind you that this is this was your vision. I'm
Yeah.
helping you stay on track with your vision.
Good.
But
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, that's
I think it's always interesting.
Yeah.
I think when actors get to learn other aspects of filmmaking.
yeah.
That's why I always encourage a lot of people is just try studying screenwriting, try
Yeah.
learning how to produce your own work is really eye-opening for
Yeah.
actors because
Yeah.
you understand there are so many other
Yeah.
really cool aspects of filming. So
Yeah,
to
yeah,
your
yeah.
point, and then I also you also talked about female filmmakers
Yes.
and the empowerment of women in the industry, which I think is phenomenal. I actually just worked with my first female director in January. Shout out to Bronwyn. But in the Heroes, you kind of have a moment with Estelle Gray, played by C.J. Morrison, and Renee's character as well. You guys kind of have this moment where I think it's a very awesome moment, between women and how women uplift each other. I'm probably going to touch this topic as well with Renee, but how
Right.
cool is it for you to kind of see all of these women support each other, and how important is it in films and in media to continue to normalize these characters, especially women supporting each other?
Absolutely. I feel in this industry, first of all, people feeling that they're competing,
Yeah.
fighting for roles.
Mhm.
And no two people are alike. And I don't think that's something that needs to happen. When I see my female friend actresses out there killing it, I love it for them. They're perfect for the role. They got it because they were perfect for the role,
Mhm.
not big. I just feel like this industry has a lot more males in it, and
Yeah.
get on my soapbox, but I think it's been a fight for women to not have to be something that's
Right.
specific for this
Right.
industry.
Right. Right.
And
right.
so I'm cheerleader for all my ladies out there, and for in this scene as well in the Heroes. I think women just know how to talk to women, and I think that's what I think that's what she
Well
needed
said.
in
Well
that
said.
moment.
Yeah.
Um, and as far as female directors, they just know how to. They understand.
Yeah, shout out to Tom
The
for
mo-
writing that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. And so, you know, the crying lady is the linchpin of the whole movie, because she's a damsel in distress. And so, but your approach, if I might, was, I mean, you come across when you're the first one that approaches her and you say, basically, what's your problem? Eh, Kind of cold, because Stephanie is that way. She looks at this woman as a problem and she's got to fix it.
Yeah.
And then we have Sarah coming over as Monica and Renee coming over as Martha, and they're kind of the ones that are the more empathetic, kinder, softer. So you really see in the three of you the different ways women talk to women,
Yes.
and it's great, and four great actors, four great female actors together. It's just, it's short, but man, I get chills every time I think of this project. I'm so thrilled at this age to be able to have gotten all of you. And Ronnie Hummel is going to get her own hour here
I love
next
Ronnie.
week,
Hey, Ronnie.
because she's
We love Ronnie.
man, she's the one that gave me all of your wonderful auditions, and man, and God just said, yeah, pick this one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't it something? Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
she's-
Honestly, if Lainey could elaborate a little bit about the similarities of her, like it's so crazy how we all have similarities to
Yeah.
these characters
Yeah.
without even knowing.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and share what's the similarity you and Stephanie have.
So where in Washington are you from?
I'm from Spokane, Washington.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and Stephanie is from Seattle.
Yeah.
So I think that's great because I
Yeah.
understand that. I mean, we all from our own states,
Yeah.
but I understand the Washingtonian mindset
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit there.
Actually, Stephanie is originally from Oregon,
We're close.
and
We're
and
neighbors.
and she married a guy who got a job in Boeing, and so they moved to Seattle,
Right.
and that was her first marriage and it fault.
Okay.
But so she's
Well, Seattle's fast paced
oh yeah,
and
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Spokane is not. There's
Yeah.
but
yeah,
yeah, Oregon's great too.
yeah. Oregon's a little weird, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
we talked about the control thing. I understand her on that, and I'll admit I've had my words with God. I understand
Mhm.
that as well. I've had my times where I'm struggling, and
Yeah.
I don't know who doesn't. Honestly, I think that's the human nature in us is to
If
Deal with
you're
that.
lying or you're just not,
right.
yeah. I mean, we always do,
Mhm.
yeah.
I mean, God made us to be,
Right, yeah,
faulty.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and,
Yeah.
and to touch on the topic of diversity and women in film, I think we have to shout out the Latino representation in this film.
Absolutely.
My boy Pete, who plays my dad.
Oh yeah.
And
Honest,
check out our coordination. We did not.
I know
we
this
did
is
not
not
plan
planned.
this.
This is not planned.
No,
we have
it
the
just-
same.
This is
Hispanic minds thinking.
I
like-
know it's the best. I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you could
Yeah.
share a little bit more about Danny, like who he is, and yeah,
Well, Danny seems like to me the character when I read the script. It was, someone who believed in his job and works hard at
Right.
doing his job the best he can.
Right.
And of course, he gets his son involved in
Yeah.
the police department as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as if you notice, I mean, he's always on his phone.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
we'll elaborate why Mikey's on his phone
Yeah.
when interviewed. So
Well, there's
Yeah.
a reason for that. It's
Yeah.
not a teenage thing or a young man thing. It's just
Yeah.
scrolling and scrolling.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun to play the police officers, and
Yeah.
it's just it's something different. I mean, I'm actually, like you were saying about our backgrounds, I'm full-time security guard for a big company in Dallas for CBRE, one of the largest
my
real
God.
estate companies.
My son is an executive vice president at CBRE.
Really?
Amazing. Another coincidence, folks.
Another coincidence. Yeah, I work right there in Park District area, and so it's
Wow.
pretty nice,
Yeah.
working downtown.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so it touches back to what we do, as in the films, playing police officers or
Yeah.
detective or FBI agent. I've done all of these, and it's like, it's fun. I mean,
Yeah.
get out there. Heck, I've done every role. I've played from medical patient. I've done, I've played cartel members, and
Whoa.
I got another movie
Whoa.
called coming out that's called Wong Place at the Wong Time.
Oh.
Wong, not wrong. Wong. And yeah, that one I actually play a thug. It's like I'm riding in an old classic car, and they got a little video out there now, but for it, but yeah,
Yeah.
the movie's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
One of my former agents, she plays one of the agents or assassins. Actually, she plays on there, so she's it's pretty fun to get out there and
Yeah.
work with all these different characters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you talk more about the similarity between your dad and the baseball and the
Yeah.
whole thing there. So
I mean, I'll probably elaborate a little bit on when I'm interviewed, but yeah, I mean, it was crazy how these characters, as actors, somehow have some kind of similarity, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. And so when I
Yeah.
read the description for Mikey, I realized that I grew up playing baseball. So, and also my dad's is a first responder. So I was like, this is so crazy how
yeah.
I literally, yeah. And so,
Yeah.
but with Pete, have you ever played a father figure?
Actually, yeah, I've played different roles of father figures, and speaking about baseball, because I was an assistant coach on a baseball team.
No kidding.
Called there for the
Yeah.
Wolves. The Wolf Pack is called, and my
Uh-huh.
grandson played, and so he wanted me to be the coach, and I told him I'll be the assistant coach.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy, but
Yeah.
it's fun, to
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
out there. Of course, me and Mikey here are his
Yeah.
character Mikey.
Yeah.
Play big fans of the Chicago Cubs. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so what your backstory that you may or may not know is that so Danny comes north from Guadalajara because it's so terrible with the violence down there.
Mhm.
Especially
And-
nowadays.
Yeah, especially nowadays. And so they come to Chicago, and Mikey is born in Chicago, and he starts playing baseball because you love baseball, and you're playing baseball one day in a sandlot across the street from the school with your best friend, and your best friend gets killed in a drive-by.
Mm.
So that you decide to go into police from that. But your love for baseball continues, and that's the bond that you two have. It's a strong bond. Father-son sports things it's foundational. It's amazing. It's beautiful to watch. So in the award show, a lot of guys are going to tear up when you two get your awards
Oh, awesome.
because yeah,
A
Yeah, I
little-
think
it's cool.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
I think for my audition tape, my
Yeah.
monologue was receiving the Hero Award. Is that correct?
I
Or
think
do you-
that's right.
Yeah,
I
mine
think
was too.
so.
I
Right?
think so,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Well, I actually received it, and I introduced you. I said the real hero, my
Yeah.
son Mikey.
No way.
Right.
And then
right.
my monologue was like it takes off
Yeah.
right after you introduce.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. Now, I will say, Pete, you don't have to answer this. You can plead the fifth if you want to, but out of all your on-screen sons, I think you may know where this is going.
Yeah.
Was I a good on-screen son, or
Actually, I think you was my second or third,
oh,
but
man.
you was actually you're really great at what you do. So
Yeah.
I heard it here.
Smart,
Yeah.
smart technician over here. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing about the phone is he's going to be your IT link, the group's IT link to get in to NCN, and he's going to infiltrate the IT room. He hires on late right before the telethon and stuff. So that's why he's in his phone all the time, and that's why you're ripping it away from him, saying, "I want to see how the Cubs did last night." You know?
Right.
Yeah, right. And it's so cool. This is so cool. I tell people
Can't wait for
the movie's like
work everything.
Ocean's 11 meets The Chosen. It's kind of like that.
Oh, that's
nice.
That
That
an
is
amazing
Wow.
way
Yeah.
to put.
Yeah, it's
That's so
cool.
perfect. I do have one more question that
Yes.
we've been asking all our guests, and I believe every actor or filmmaker deserves this question. And so my question is, do you guys have a dream project or director to work with?
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My whole life. One of my favorite movies as a kid was E.T. Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd be in any Steven Spielberg movie.
right.
Yeah.
But I especially love that. There's there's family in that movie.
Yeah.
There's childhood in that movie. I think that's so important.
Yeah.
Uh,
Innocence.
love and,
Yeah.
and innocence and
Yeah.
there's thrill and adventure too. I
Yeah.
love adventure. Big adventure seeker right here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Man.
that'd be my dream.
As for me, I'm a big fan of action and thrillers. I've always been, attracted to that type of films and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think Robert Rodriguez, being Texas born, and he started out in indie films,
Oh yeah.
and made it big. So
Uh-huh.
I would like to work with Robert Rodriguez on something. Like
Uh-huh.
that. Be Danny Trejo's sidekick or something.
Those films, action adventure. Do you have a particular genre that you just love? It's for me. I mean, it's action adventure stuff. I
Mhm.
mean, it feel good. That's what I try to do with this thing. A feel good action adventure, because you're in it. You're rooting for the good guys, and you come out and the good guys win, and it's tough. I mean, anyways. So you guys ever? So have you written? Are you interested in all in writing? Either
I'm
one?
actually writing my own screenplay, and I'm writing a screenplay with my friend as well. So
Oh.
two
Amazing.
in the works right now.
Oh, wonderful! What are they about? Can you tell us?
One is based off of my my life.
Ah, okay.
But when I was younger, so it's
Uh-huh.
kind of a coming of age story. Gotta watch it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other one it's about toxic relationships. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
don't want to give away too much, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's-
Wow,
yeah.
there's. What about you,
Very
Pete?
cool. As for me, yeah, I'm dabbing a little bit into writing.
Are you?
I'm actually because I did a little short film that I created for a character. I wanted to. It was basically just for me to betray to portray that I could play different characters.
Uh-huh.
And so the little short film that I did, I played 5 different characters.
Oh, jeez.
It's called The Adventures of Pedro the Cholo. And I play Pedro the Cholo. I play a sheriff. I play a judge. I play an attorney. And a police officer as well. So,
Jeez.
so I got the notion from like watching the Clumps, from Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eddie Murphy plays all these different characters.
yeah.
So I said, okay, here's one way I can do it that I can kind of let the people see that I can do different characters and different voice.
What is this
Yeah.
called again?
It's called The Adventures of Pedro the Cholo. It's
Oh,
on
Pedro the Cholo.
YouTube and
Okay.
of course on my Facebook pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and
It'd be a good one.
but yeah, my friend actually that directed that, he asked me, he goes, "Do you want to do some more?" And I was like, I may do something else. 'Cause,
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to write. It's
Yeah.
funny because I'd be asleep, and I wake up and I'm thinking of stories all the time.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so I started writing. I
Yeah,
started
yeah,
writing them
right,
down, and when I
right.
wake up, I write down.
That's where I get. I mean, when I'm waking up in the morning, that's where, or I'm praying. That's where I get ideas. Yeah. If I'm writing something, it's right after I eat and pray. Go upstairs. Yeah.
Very
It's
cool.
great to have a process.
Mhm.
But you wrote that wonderful "It's Always Raining Somewhere."
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
I don't
That's
think
really
they
good.
have. No, I'll send it to you guys.
Okay.
But no, I mean that was a phenomenal project that I was able to work on, and it was also kind of an awakening for me, just getting to write my own stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I that's what I've learned so much. When actors really do deserve to write their own projects. I
Yeah.
think even if you don't like end up making them, I think
Yeah.
it's always so fun to just screenwrite a project
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
then when you get an audition,
Yeah.
and with Layne, I know she's with the auditions that you've put out on social media, they're all like very different types of characters. So I think when you write a script, you understand that everything's intentional.
Mhm.
Script, in
Yeah.
screenplays, there's no really room for improvisation on the page, right? I think, when you write a script, there's, you gotta be real in detail, and, every look is important, every blink is important.
Yeah.
And so it's such a phenomenal, process to do that, you know,
Yeah.
and as an actor, you're like, okay, so what's on the page, is it necessary and important for you to
Right.
perform?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I always encourage actors to just try to, you know, study screenwriting on the side. So
Yeah. What I learned is that you don't want to direct from the page, and you don't want to do, you want to give good actors the opportunity to take the concept and do something amazing. And I'm going to tell you, one of the great joys of my life has been directing something that I've written with the heroes, and to watch you guys take the words that I said, what you wrote down, and make something, whoa, different, cooler. It's amazing. We are about out of time, so I think we are going to say good night, or whatever we're going to say.
good night, good
Good
morning.
night.
We're going
Good luck.
off air,
Off there now.
and thank you so much, Layne,
Thank you.
Pete, for being here.
No problem. Thank you.
Bryan, my partner in crime.
Yes. Yeah.
Wonderful time. So, anyways, until then, blessings. Thank you.